Hello, I'm Becky May from Frond Yoga, and this is a home practice sequence designed specifically for my friend Debra, and hopefully it's about 20 minutes long, and it's designed to be just a general invigorating wake up kind of sequence, twists, side body openers, and yeah, just a good start to the day. So we start with sun salutations. If you have your own sun salutation practice, by all means substitute, but we're going to do a Shivananda style sequence where we go to both sides in one round. So we start with the feet together, toes together, maybe a gap between the heels at the front of the mat, in the mountain pose Tadasana, hands by the sides. You might want to roll the shoulders up to the ears, back and down to open the upper chest, reaching through the fingertips to engage the arms, firming up the thighs, dropping the tailbone, navel drawing back to the spine. So full body integration here, and then connecting consciously to slow deep breaths through the nose, and we match breath and movement. So on your next inhale, we raise the hands above the head, palms come together, look up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, drop the hands, drop the head folding in. Inhale, look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step the left foot back and drop the knee down, sinking the hips. Inhale, raise the hands, crescent moon lunge. Exhale, release the hands down, tuck the back toe and scoop right foot back to join left for plank. Inhale here, you can keep the knees on the floor if that's better for you. And as we exhale, knees come down, chin in the chest comes down, elbows in, hips stay high. Inhale, slip the legs back, come into a back bend of your choice, keeping the elbows as bent as you wish, looking up. Exhale, tuck the toes back, and we're in downward dog for a couple of slow, deep breaths. Breathing fully and consciously. If you're feeling very tight first thing in the morning or whenever you're doing this, just bend the knees, no problem. Looking back towards the feet. At the end of the exhale, we step the left foot forward and drop the right knee down, coming onto the top of the foot, and we inhale the hands up into crescent moon lunge on the other side. Exhale, hands come down, tuck the back toe under and step right foot to join left. Inhale, look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, folding the head towards the shins. Inhale, press through the feet, raise the hands above the head. Palms come together, look up. Exhale, hands to the side. Other side. Inhale, hands come up, palms together, look up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, hands down, fold to the shins. Inhale, look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, this time right foot steps back, knee down, sink the hips. Inhale to raise the hands for crescent moon lunge. Exhale, hands lower to the floor, tuck the back toe under and scoop the left foot back to join the right for plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the knees, the chin in the chest, keep the hips high, Ashtangasana, and inhale your way into your back bend. Shoulders back, chest forward, looking up. Exhale, tuck the toes, and downward dog. Couple of slow, deep breaths, spreading the fingertips, spreading the toes, really connecting the hands and the feet to the floor. Grounding practice first thing in the morning. At the end of your next exhale, look forward and step the right foot between the hands and release the left knee to the floor, sinking the hips down. Inhale, raise the hands above the head, palms together, look up. Exhale, hands come down, tuck the back toe and step left foot to join right. Inhale your way into a looking up position, extended spine, and exhale, drop the head, fold in. Inhale, press through the feet, raise the hands above the head, palms together, and exhale, Tadasana. 2 more rounds. Inhale, hands up, palms together, look up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, look up, lengthen that spine. Exhale, left foot back, knee comes down, sink the hips. Inhale, crescent moon lunge, looking up. Exhale, hands down, tuck the back toe, right foot joins left, plank. Firm the thighs. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down, knees on the floor as before, or if you prefer, knees off the floor to Chaturanga. Inhale, open up to your back bend. And exhale, downward dog. Slow, deep breaths, conscious breaths. Relaxing the back of the neck, looking back to the feet. And at the end of the exhale, look forward, step left foot forward, release right knee down. Inhale, raise the hands and look up, crescent moon. Exhale, hands down, tuck the back toe under and step forward. Inhale, open the spine, look up. Exhale, drop the head, fold in. Inhale, raise the hands above the head, palms together, look up, and exhale, Tadasana. Other side, inhale, hands up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up, open the chest. Exhale, right foot back, drop the knee, sink the hips, come onto the top of the foot. Inhale, hands come up, look up. Exhale, hands down, tuck the back toe, left foot joints right for plank. Inhaling here. Exhaling, lowering down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. Couple of slow deep breaths. And at the end of the exhale, right foot steps forward, left knee comes down, sink the hips. Inhale, raise the hands and look up. Exhale, hands come down, tuck the back toe under and step forward. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press through the feet, raise the hands above the head and look up. And exhale, hands to the side. Last round. Inhale, hands up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Drop the head. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, left foot back, knee comes down, come onto the top of the foot and inhale, sink the hips as you raise the hands, crescent moon. Exhale, hands down, tuck the back toe, right foot joins left plank, lift belly to spine, inhaling fully and exhale, lower down. Inhale, back bend, shoulders back, chest forward. Exhaling, downward dog. Enjoy these downward dogs, opening the whole of the back of the body. Pressing through the hands to send the hips up and back to elongate the spine, breathing into the back. And at the end of the exhale, look forward, step the left foot forward, release the right knee down, come onto the top of the foot, and inhale the hands up above the head, looking up. Exhale, hands come down, back foot tucks under and right foot joins left at the front of the mat, and we inhale to look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, drop the head. Inhale, raise the hands above the head, palms together, look up. Exhale, hands to the side. And last time. Inhale, hands up, look up. Exhale, forward fold, hands down, drop the head. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, right foot back, right knee down, sink the hips, top of the foot. Inhale, crescent moon lunge. Exhale, hands down, tuck the back toe under, left foot joins right for plank. Inhale, plank, full body integration. Exhale, push the floor away as you lower down, elbows in. Inhale into upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. And our last downward dog of this sequence, so make the most of 2 full breaths here, breathing space into the back body. And at the end of the exhale, look forward and step the right foot between the hands, release the left knee to the floor, come onto the top of the foot and inhale to raise the hands above the head, looking up. Exhale, hands down, tuck that back toe under and step left foot to join right. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press through the feet, raise the hands, palms together, look up. And exhale, back to Tadasana. Just pause here for a moment, feeling the heart rate up, blood moving through the body after perhaps a long sleep or not, but just feeling a sense of enlivenment and more life in the body. Okay, and then we're going to step to face the long edge of your mat, a nice wide stance. You're going to turn the left foot in and the right foot out, but the hips stay facing forward. Reach out through the fingertips, inhale here, and we're going to exhale into warrior 2. So we make sure your right knee's above the ankle or behind, not in front, and anchor down that back foot. So press through the little toe edge of the left foot, looking out over the middle right finger and reaching back in equal effort through the left hand. So we don't forget the left arm and hand. Arms at shoulder height, but relaxing the shoulders, so drawing the shoulder blades down the spine. Tucking the tailbone under, navel in. And then we'll transition into a side opener. So bring your right elbow onto the thigh, left arm comes up and over and the palm faces the floor, and we're opening the chest towards the ceiling. Your right hand, the palm can face up. If you're more open in the hips, you can bring the right hand to the floor, but without compromising this lovely line we're creating down the left side of the body. If to get the hands to the floor, the hip pops up, just bring the elbow back onto the thigh. So breathing into this side stretch, reaching through your left fingertips, pressing through left foot, and then inhale to come up, and we'll do those postures on the other side. So turn the right foot in, the left foot out, but the hips don't move, hips forward. Reach through the fingertips, inhaling and exhale, sinking into this left hip until the left knee is above the ankle or behind, but not in front. If it's in front, widen your stance. Look forward over the middle left finger, reaching in the opposite direction through the right fingertips, drawing the shoulder blades together down the spine. Core awareness, dropping the tailbone, and warrior breaths to get through this warrior posture, feeling a heat and burning, maybe building in that left thigh. That's great. And then we transition into our side opener. So right upper arm comes up and over, palm faces floor, so the upper arm's close to the ear, and we're kind of opening the body to look up to the right hand, if that's okay for your neck, otherwise just look forward. And again, there is that option to drop the hand to the floor, but only if you can keep the line, this straight line down the right side of the body. This is called side angle pose, Parsvakonasana. So we're really trying to keep that long, straight line of energy from the little toe edge of the right foot to the fingertips of the right hand, pulling in opposite directions to really open up the hinge of the body. Inhale, bring yourself back, straightening the legs, turn the feet in and just bring the feet together for a moment, back to Tadasana. And then we'll step to the front of the mat. And we're going to keep the right foot forward and step the left foot back quite far. And bring the hands onto the hips and come onto the toe of the back foot and sink the hips down until again the right knee is above the ankle or maybe slightly behind, not in front. If you're really struggling with the balance here, you can take the right foot slightly further out to the right just to give a bit of a wider base here. Drop the tailbone, see if you can scoot the tailbone under, draw the navel to the spine, and then inhale, raise the hands. So we're in high lunge here, quite a tricky dynamic posture and a tricky balance for some, but if the balance feels okay, you could look up, you could also bring the palms together if the shoulders are open enough. But we're going to turn this into a twist. You have options. The first option is to take the left hand to the outer right knee and reach the right hand behind you and look over your right shoulder. But if it's available, you're going to bring the hands to prayer at the front of the chest, twist and press the left elbow to the outside of the right knee, hands in prayer position and look over the right shoulder. Very strong in the back leg, push out through the heel, activate that back leg. Push the left elbow into the thigh, resist with the thigh. If it all gets too much, just drop the back knee, no problem. Drop the back knee to the floor. One more breath. And then as you inhale, try and come back through high lunge, opening the hands back up and then straighten that leg. And we'll just pivot on the feet and turn to the other side. So, or you can step to the front of the mat and just take the other foot back, your choice. But either way, we've now got the left foot in front. We're on the toe of the right foot. We'll bring the hands back to the hips to begin with, just to check the hips face forward. Drop, tailbone, navel in, and really activate the back leg. Inhale, raise the hands, maybe looking up to the hands if the balance allows. And then we're coming into our twist. So again, either the hand, right hand to outer left knee, left hand reaches back, or hands together and then bring the right elbow to the outside of the left upper thigh, just above the knee, and look over the left shoulder. And you're really pressing the left hand into the right to deepen the twist, and you're pressing the right elbow into the left thigh, resisting with the thigh. Don't forget the back leg, strong in the back leg, but bring the knee to the floor if you need. One more breath. Tough posture. Inhale, come back through high lunge, looking up if you can, and then exhale, straighten the legs and turn to the side and just walk the feet back in. So if you didn't feel awake before that, hopefully you do now. I've got my heart rate up here. And then we'll come down to the floor for a seated posture. So for Debra, she really wanted to work with the inner thigh, so we're coming into Upavishta, so this is a stretch for the inner seam of the legs. So legs as wide as is appropriate for you, pushing out through the heels, toes up towards the ceiling. And just start with the hands behind you to try and sink down through the sit bones, the bony projections at the base of the pelvis. And we can do another little twist here. So we can turn to the left leg, take the right hand onto the left thigh, left hand behind you, and look over your left shoulder. We're strong in the legs, toes up towards the ceiling. Drawing the navel in. Just a couple of breaths, 2 or 3 breaths each side. Twists are very invigorating. And at the end of the exhale, just look forward and unravel. Take a breath between sides, full breath. And we'll go to the other side. So twist to the right, take the left hand onto the right thigh, right hand behind you. Strong in the legs, inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, deepen the twist, looking behind you. Breathe as deeply as you can, creating space in the body with the breath. And then at the end of the exhale, turn to look forward, unwind the spine back to the centre. Inhale fully. And as you exhale, take the hands forward. Might be enough for you just to take the hands to the floor here, but otherwise we're going to just start to creep the hands forward, listening to the feedback from your body until we find our edge that we can comfortably breathe in, but we really feel something going on here, but we can still be comfortable, breathe, relax, smile. If we can't do these things, we've gone too far, so come back, keep strong in the legs, pushing through the heels, toes to the ceiling, and just continue this exploration. Maybe after a few breaths the body might invite you to go a bit deeper, or it might ask you to come out of the stretch. So just 2 or 3 more slow deep breaths. Some people prefer to do this posture holding the feet. That's another option if that's for you. So just come to where it's your edge. 1 more full breath. And then I'm going to slowly come back to vertical. Take the hands to the backs of the knees to help you bring the legs together. And we're just going to finish on our backs with a back bend and an inversion. So finding your way down onto your backs and bringing the heels into the buttocks, about hip distance apart and parallel. So remembering if we're tight in the back, the toes always want to creep out to the edges of the mat. So try and tuck them in and keep the outer edges of the mat parallel to the outer edges of the feet parallel to the edges of the mat. Palms down by the hips, and then inhale, press through the hands and the feet to lift the hips, and maybe roll over to one side and tuck the opposite shoulder under and do the other shoulder. So lean over to the left, tuck right shoulder under, and vice versa. Maybe interlacing the hands beneath the body, maybe just continuing to press the palms down. And we're breathing the chest towards the chin, and we're strong in the legs here. So just check in with your feet. See if you can press the whole of the skin of both soles of the feet into the floor equally. Many of us will be lifting up on the inner edge of the feet, so maybe you need to press down a little bit more on the big toe edge of the foot. And this helps open the lower back, engages the inner thighs. Or maybe it's the opposite for you. Maybe you've lost contact with the little toe edge of the foot. Your heels and toes equally pressing. So we're looking to take about 5 breaths here. And to come out, if you've interlaced the hands, just release the hands down. On an exhale, we slowly unwind the spine down, vertebra by vertebra. So if you have more time, you can always do a couple more of these. It's good to repeat, but this is just like a brief wake-up routine, so we're just going to do the one. But just take a moment to stretch out after the back bend, so stretch the legs up to the air, reach the hands overhead for this kind of capital L shape space creating posture. Push through the heels, flex the feet, and then from there bend the knees into the chest, take the hands forward. Just take a couple of breaths here, and then we're going to finish with an inversion shoulder stand. So if you've got a hair bobble in, like me, you might need to take it out at this moment. And if you're not familiar with shoulder stand, you can just lift the hips, take the hands under the buttocks and elevate the legs like this. This can be your inversion, or take the legs up the wall. Otherwise, go into your shoulder stand practice, maybe through plough. So I'm going to take the legs overhead, feet overhead, and because my feet touch down, I can interlace the fingers here and take a few breaths in plough, lifting the hips, activating the front of the thighs, lifting the knees away from the face. I'm on the tops of my feet, toenails on the floor to stretch the front of my feet, but you can do it with the toes tucked under. Once we're up in an inversion like this, don't move the head side to side, just look up to the ceiling. If the feet don't touch down, you can bend the elbows, support the back in the hands. So taking a few breaths here in plough. And if shoulder stand Savasana is in your practice, you can start to support the back, bend the elbows, support the back, and start to take the legs up to the ceiling. So when we start to bring regular inversions into our home practice, so doing an inversion most days has incredible benefits for the health of our bodies, of our minds, of our spirits. Untold benefits of a regular back bend, a regular inversion. So highly recommend building up to a daily shoulder stand or a daily headstand or both. Supposed to defy the aging process. So you're looking to again to take at least 5 breaths here, and it's an active posture. We're stretching the toes to the ceiling, side body long. Maybe for the last few breaths, walking the hands a little bit further up the spine to lift the hips higher, grounding down through the elbows. And then when we come out, we can come back out through plough, hinging at the hips, and then releasing the hands down to the floor as your brakes to help you roll the spine out, using your core control. When the spine isn't as open, it doesn't necessarily happen in such an easeful way. So you might need to bend the knees and come out in your own way. If you want, when you get to legs vertical, you can bend the knees or challenge the core to double leg lower. And after a shoulder stand, it's good to do the counter posture fish, even if it's just for a couple of breaths. So kind of take the hands close to the buttocks, the side, and lift up on the elbows. Elbows are close to the side waist. And from here, holding my outer hips, lifting the space between my heart. So I'm arching the spine actively. I drop the head back, opening the throat. Breathe into the upper chest and the throat, pushing out through the heels. I love this posture. Really breathing all the way up to the collarbones, and then to come out, slowly bring the chin to the chest, walk the elbows out, bring the spine back to the mat. Coughing is very normal after shoulder stand and fish sequence. And we're almost ready for Shavasana. If there's anything else you need, I like to do a happy baby, or you might want to do a little twist on the floor, lying on your back, taking the knees to one side then the other. Or you might just want to hug the knees to the chest. So I'm doing happy baby here, holding the outer edges of the feet, knees wide towards my armpits, shins vertical. And we're just taking a few breaths here, preparing to put the body into our final posture, Shavasana. So always important to finish in Shavasana, even if it's just momentarily. If time is short for you today, just at least make the shape and consciously close your practice in stillness in Shavasana. So the posture is feet wider than hip distance apart, flopping out to the side, arms away from the side, palms up. If you have longer, you can keep Shavasana going beyond the course of this video. You can go under a blanket, put something over your eyes, get really cozy, and take some time here. But for me, because I'm teaching this as a short daily practice, we're just going to take maybe a minute, maybe half a minute longer, relaxing the body, heavying the body. Stillness, so we can integrate the work of the practice. And something magical starts to happen when we start to commit to a regular home practice. We really start to see big shifts, so even more important to have this time of integration, to create space in our day for all the changes that are happening to us, positive changes. So we start to open ourselves back and transform ourselves through a regular yoga practice. So if you have longer, stay for longer. If, like me today, it's a kind of a bit of a short shavasana, just slowly come out of the stillness, making little movements, maybe stretching the body, maybe knees to chest, and in your own time, in your own way, slowly come back up to seated. And close the practice just seated, consciously harnessing the energy we've created this morning or the afternoon, whenever you're doing this, but just harnessing it, directing it to wherever it's needed most, and trusting in this process. So thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste. Hope to see you on the mat again soon.